to my YouTube channel. Today is day 3 of my at-home workout program that is available in the description as well as on my website at www.betterthanYesterdayco.com. Anyways, today is a full body resistance training day. We're going to be doing deadlifts into bend over rows, into step-ups, and then finally pike push-ups. Each of these exercises are going to be a set of 3 with 8 to 12 reps. So to start us off, a warm-up would look like, for me personally, do as you please, but for me, I will do just some body weight RDLs or stiff leg deadlifts as you call it. So I'll shoot my hips back, make my butt go first, touching my toes and coming back up, and keeping this a fluent motion for a dynamic warm-up. I like to do a couple sets of these. And then I like to widen my stance a little bit with my toes facing outward, dropping down, extending my legs back, and then forward again into a motion that looks like this. Again, constantly moving for that dynamic warm-up. And then I like to go into some body weight squats just to get my body warmed up, and I do that a couple times, as well as I do some arm circles and stuff like that, especially if I'm doing upper body. I will take a small weight, usually a 2.5, kind of bring my arm out to the side like this and push up like this. You can also do body weight or with bands. I already warmed up, so I will not be warming up again. So we're just gonna get right into the workout. I am using a shortened barbell with small plates on the sides for my deadlifts. I am doing conventional, but if you do not have a barbell, you could use 2 kettlebell or dumbbells of the same weight, and you could do suitcase deadlifts. So they will be a narrow stance like conventional. You will drop down like this and back up. Feel free to do these exercises with a band, body weight, etc., dumbbells, whatever you have at the comfort of your own home. So without further ado, let's get started. I am going to face this way so that you can see kind of the whole motion. All right, into set number 2. And then that wraps up our deadlifts, and we will move on to bend over rows. So for bend over rows, you could use a bunch of different options for equipment. You could do bands. If at home, if you have a band, you can put the band on your foot, step back, hold the other end, bend over, and retract your arm back like that. For those of you that have kettlebells, have your kettlebell, I always advise using a chair or a bench of some sort. So say if this is your chair or your bench or something, you want to bend over like this, have your shoulder the whole way extended, and then come up like this and drop it down the whole way like that, and then switch to the other side. You would also do that same motion with a dumbbell as well. Or you can even use the band as well and use this as support. I do recommend that if you're not familiar with the motion. And then also if you have a barbell, like so, you could have a pretty narrow stance, then a wider grip, just a little bit wider than your stance. Pick up the barbell, have that nice neutral spine, up to your chest, back down. Like so, like that. If you are not familiar with using a barbell with the weights, just make sure you don't load it too heavy. That is more than your usual. Yeah, so whatever equipment you have at home, go and pick up that weight. Either if it's the band, the kettlebell, the dumbbell I just showed, or the barbell, and we're gonna do 3 sets of 8 to 12. I'm going to be using a kettlebell for this, as well as my bench or stool. All right, and then we will do that for 2 more sets. So for rest, I didn't touch on that yet. I would definitely suggest resting between each of your sets for each exercise. I recommend about 1 minute to 2 minutes between each exercise to make sure you're recovering from what you just did until you move on to the next exercise for sure. So yeah, be sure to rest and then get back to it. Up our bent over rows, and we're going to move on to step ups, and I'm going to go over to the stairs and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so for our 3rd exercise, we're going to be doing step ups. If you have a box at home, you can do the step ups on the box. If you have some type of stairwell, you can use that as well, or any hard surface. You can even use a curb outside if you want to. Whatever you have, I'm going to use this staircase right here. For equipment, you could just do body weight. You could have 2 kettlebells of the same weight. I do not, so that's why I'm only holding 1. Or finally, you can use dumbbells, which I'm going to do. You can hold them down by your sides is what I recommend and what I'm going to do. You can also hold them like this if you want to, but like I said with the kettlebell, holding the weight more close to your chest might throw off your balance, so just make sure that you're familiar with the exercise or starting at a lighter weight before doing so. I'm going to get started, like I said, 3 sets of 8 to 12 each side. like I said, 1.5 to 2 minute rest. In between, you can even do shorter if you feel like you're ready to go. And then just hit those sets and we'll move on to the next exercise. And then we only got one more set left of the step ups, and we'll move on to our last exercise. And then our final exercise is the pike push-up. Before we get into that, I did want to mention for the step-ups, if doing step-ups is a little bit too advanced for you, a regression from that would be just to simply march in place. You could step forward and go backwards. Just a march in place would be perfectly fine for that. So yeah, moving on to pike push-ups. Pike push-ups is when your hands are placed into a triangle out in front of you. The same motion, I can go this way, I guess it might be easier. Pike push-ups like this, triangle position. Same way you would do a regular push-up with the overall arms, width of the shoulders, as well as the legs. It's going to be in the same position, just the hands are going to be turned in instead of normally out like this, into that triangle position, coming down and going out. If this is too advanced for you, you can still do the pike push-up, but drop down to the knees for a knee pike push-up, go down and come back as well. Another thing you could do is just a regular push-up or regular knee push-up, as well as even holding just a plank position as well. You could do that. So those are all options, either regression, something easier, or progression, something harder, like the pike push-up. Yeah, so let's get into it. It's going to be 3 sets like all the other exercises with 8 to 12 reps. I personally am going to do pike knee push-ups. That's what I will be demonstrating what I'm doing. So let's get started. And then we'll do 2 more sets of that, and then we are all done. So yes, again, rest 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, shorter if you think you need less time. And then we'll get back into it, and then we'll wrap this video up. Also, while I'm waiting here for my rest, I have a couple more seconds left. I did, if you noticed, got a haircut, significant haircut. I don't know the exact amount of inches off because I did it kind of weird, because I cut off like 2 inches and then an inch and then 2, because I was just like not sure where I wanted to land with the lengthwise. So I think when it comes down to it, I think it's about 5 to 6 inches off, which is so crazy for me because I never get my hair cut, but it is so healthy and a cute little ponytail, and I love it. And I have some bangs. In my next video, I will be sure to do my hair and show you what it looks like down, or if you go onto my Instagram, Jordan Mahalik, you can see what it looks like there. Just thought I'd throw that in. Okay, little update. So let's get back to it. 2 more sets of pike push-ups. One more set. Something I'm doing, because push-ups are something that's very hard for me to do. I used to be really good at them, and then I just never did them for a while, so it got harder. But what I'm doing, since the range is 8 to 12, I did 8 for the first time, 10, and I'm going to try to shoot for 12 this time, so I can go up in an increment of 2. So you can do the same as well, or just stick to what you're doing at home, whatever is good for you. But I'm going to try to get 12 this time. All right, last set. Let's finish off strong. I hope that all of you watching this video did the whole workout and finishing off strong as well. Let's get it. That concludes day 3 of the at-home program. Thank you all for watching and participating in this workout. If you did, you guys are awesome. This workout actually got me out of breath. I swear, as much as the HIIT workout yesterday, it was a good one. I'm glad to be doing exercises that I don't normally do, since I was more in the powerlifting groove. But this is getting me back out of my comfort zone with the push-ups and exercise I didn't usually do, so I like to improve on things that are my weakness, and I hope you guys are too. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment below, all that good stuff on this video, and I will see you in the next one for day 4. It is another HIIT workout, so stay tuned for that. And if you are not already subscribed, signed up for my program, go sign up for it now. It is in the description on this video, as well as on my website at betterthanYesterdayCode.com. And I'll see you in the next one.